everyone, it's Handsome Tom and 8-Bit
And
Mickey.
8-Bit Mickey.
Yeah, we're still alive. We just wanted to do a quick podcast. We're still trying to set up some equipment, trying to figure out how it's going to work. But we figured we just quick update. How's life, Mickey? The usual. You douchebag.
Uh,
You moved.
yeah, I moved from Texas back in 2020, so I could be closer to family. And yeah, now I'm fairly close to my family.
I keep trying to get you to move back. I'm still in Texas, so pretty close to where I was before. Quick, I guess, catch up. Still a perfect list. Been married we're together for 20 years now. Getting old. I've got 3 kids instead of 2. I think when we signed off, I only had 2 at the time. So 2 girls and a boy, and yeah, we still play video games pretty regularly. So Mickey's over there. What were you playing? Some Pokemon game right now?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm playing Pokemon Scarlet right now. I have my turbo controller going, and I'm just grinding
You
out to
cheating.
farm out money. I guess I play it as a single player game, so I mean, to each their own.
That's all good, man. I'm cheating on Starfield right now. I don't know if you've seen that
Hey,
glitch where there's one where you can phase through a wall and then you jump down and you see the chest. And then there's the other one where you just duck on a pond on like one of the first planets you go to and you buy all the stuff and you sell it back to everybody. But I
I've
like the
seen that
game.
one. Have you seen the ultimate spaceship build
No, I
where
haven't.
it's literally like a cube, like like a hollow cube, because the enemy's AI is always designated to shoot the middle of your ship. So whenever they go to battle, all the enemies shoot right through them.
I will maybe look that up. I'm still trying to not cheat as much, but I kind of want to progress a little faster than
Oh
what the game
man,
allows you.
cheating is fun.
Uh,
Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't updated once in that game, and I do the shield jump duplication glitch all the time. That game was so much more fun than
did you
Breath of the
beat it?
Wild. I'm like 20 shrines away from 100%ing it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am at the Ganon at the end, and then my daughter took it over and stole the Switch. So I'm waiting to beat it, which is okay because I had a bunch of other games come out. So
Just start spoiling things about it before it's
yeah,
over.
no, that's not cool. If she's into gaming, I don't want to discourage her and say, oh, here, I'm going to ruin it for
No, no,
you.
I
Give
know,
me
I
back
know.
the Switch.
Sounds like you guys just need another Switch.
I have a Zelda edition Switch. I just have debated on not opening it. So we technically have another one. So that's why I'm just waiting.
There's a guy I worked with who me and him talked to Nintendo because he was like, "Yeah, I got a Switch for the family and stuff." It ended up being like a couple months later. His son had a Switch, his daughter had a Switch, he has a Switch, and his wife wanted a Switch too.
And now you know why Xbox is trying to buy Nintendo. Or wants to,
And
I guess, not trying.
hey, I'm happy at least that my Switch is apparently the original one. It's very old. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I don't know
It
what you're looking at,
shows
but all right.
it's
Well, no,
behind the computer.
I've got
Sorry.
the original one, but I chose the not the gray controllers. I had the colored controllers. So I've got the first one.
Uh, my gray controllers failed out on me, and I now have the pink and green Splatoon
Yeah, I think
ones.
I've got those too. The girls wanted the
And
pink one. So we
they're
still,
nice.
yeah, play Mario Party. Anyway, still collecting games. It has slowed down. Life catches up to you a little bit, but Misanthropic Wes and I chat all the time, and he likes to spend my money. So I was like, hey, man, yeah, there's a Metroid um, Hallmark ornament this year. I would have never known. So guess who has the Metroid Hallmark Metroid, that just came out, sitting in the display case. So, we still go back and forth and collect stuff. He flew to New York for the launch of Tears of the Kingdom. Still hardcore.
Jeez.
So he bought me like a shirt and a couple of other things while I was up there. He's like, "Hey man, you need this?" I'm like, "Sure." So
The
very nice of him.
collection grows.
Yeah. So the collection does grow. I bought the Bowser. I really thought it was really cool. The one that blows smoke from the movie.
Oh,
Did you
cool.
see that toy?
I don't think so.
You should look it up, man. It's like this big, and he's got this fire breathing and blows like smoke out of his breath and lights up red. It's really kind of cool.
Oh, I'm looking right
You're
now.
looking it up, all right? And then where was I going? Speaking of which, did you like the Mario movie? Were you excited to see it?
I enjoyed it a lot. It was just a fun. You know what? I went into it like I did with the Sonic movie. I no real expectations. And I left the Sonic movie with that was a fun family film. That was just a fun film.
I mean,
I left Mario. I left Mario with that was a cute. It was a cute animated film. But I mean, it scratched a few nostalgia, itches. I wish they stayed longer on certain things, and it kind of just ended. But
well, yeah, the ending, the quick ending, the wrap up ending was so quick. I needed another at least 30 minutes. Like I feel like they rushed it. Maybe they just didn't realize that it was going to be that popular. I don't know. But there
uh,
two things that I didn't like was the ending and Seth Rogen.
yeah,
That
Seth Rogen as Seth Rogen. At least, hey, at least,
he was
what's
just
his name?
uninspired. Like he wasn't into the character. I didn't feel like he was into it as a
At
voice
least,
actor. I was just like,
at least Chris Pratt did a Brooklyn accent, like,
hey,
and then his Mario accent. Like it was Chris Pratt doing a Brooklyn accent, but it felt like Mario. It was so fun.
see,
Uh,
I had
uh,
no problem with it, but I guess he was showing off his skills with his three different accents he had throughout the whole film.
oh
I
my
don't know.
god, just Donkey Kong was just Seth Rogen.
Yeah, uninspired. Jack Black was great. I mean, the song that of course, my kids, just like all the other kids of their generation, thought that song was the greatest thing of all time. It was just
And
Jack Black.
I,
The
as
problem is,
someone who
yeah.
was childless and isn't around kids ever, didn't have to experience that hell,
Well,
man.
it wasn't hell. I mean, if you've known Jack Black, it's one of his styles of songs. So it wasn't anything new to me. Does that make sense? So all these other young kids kind of they know Jack Black, but they don't know his Tenacious D because it's super offensive music,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
No,
hilarious.
God, I got into Tenacious D in middle school, and it was a
They're still
CD.
touring, man.
It's just, I'm gonna you gently.
So many songs. Well, let's see. Andy, the movie, the game. I'll catch you up on him. He lives in Florida. He's doing, I believe, flight instructing or instrument training or something down there, which is kind of cool. He's got a couple of kids. So
Huh.
I still hang out with Orlando all the time. He comes over at least once or twice a month, and then he actually wants to do Sketchmaster again. I was like, you know what? It's a fun thing. So it's nice to see his progression
Something to do.
in his artistry, if that makes any sense. But he's huge into fighting games. He loves the new Street Fighter. I'm going to get the new Mortal Kombat. I love the Switch comparisons. Have you seen that yet?
I have not.
Oh my gosh! So
I'm
it's
not
a
a
big
fighting
deal.
game guy. So
It's a, no. It just you have to see the graphics, comparison between the two. I mean, it's a joke. Everybody's talking about it because it's that ridiculous. So
okay,
kind of funny. Anyway, I
really.
thought the new Mortal Kombat looked a little gimmicky. So I was gonna wait till it was on sale during Black Friday, and I want to get the Ultimate Edition so I can have Johnny Cage and some of the other stuff. And like I said, you're not into it, but Megan Fox is one of the voices, and people are making fun of her performance, but I haven't really paid attention to that yet. She's a character, but
I mean, shoot, man. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat's one of the biggest game series on Earth. Remember the Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3
Street Fighter Four.
release,
Yeah,
Street Fighter 4.
that's not the
All
one where you
right,
chugged
where
all the
I
milk
did
and puked, right? No,
no,
that was
no,
the Reach.
that was
That was
Halo
Reach.
Reach. The Street Fighter 4 was I painted my entire body green, wore like a pom pom wig, and I was
You're
Blanca.
Blanc. Yeah, I forgot it. So I
And
was.
then that shit took a day and a half to get washed off, and I was using fucking lava soap.
Man,
Sorry, should I curse on that?
that was the height of our. We were just going crazy and having fun. I mean, I think I was Sagat, and then Andy was Ryu. And remember, we went up there and played in a tournament at GameStop and had like 80 people there. Just duking it out. Hey everybody, welcome out to Street Fighter, or the Game Heroes podcast. Mickey, that is an amazing piece of chest hair, sir.
I know. I before we did the podcast, I just and I grew it out.
You just grew it out. As you can see, I am Saget, but I decided to grow my hair back because in summertime I don't like to get burned.
And I am Ken.
But Ken. I think our list is pretty badass, right, Blanca?
The best one is my electric move. Was it? If I remember correctly, it was cold and I was freezing my nips off.
No, it was cold. It was cold. Some of those launch parties were fun.
It was good times though. A lot of GameStops have signs out front saying you can't film in front of us.
I haven't seen that. That's crazy. I didn't know people were trying to film that much. We were trying to catch up, people. I was thinking of Orlando. We did Orlando. Misanthropic West. He has a cool job now. I don't know if you guys remember or knew this, but he worked for Namco for a little bit. He was designing a cell phone game. I don't know what happened with that. But now he designs VR training simulations for military and police. Kind of cool. So they have these, big programs where they request scenarios, and I'm not sure what part of the programming side he's on, but he's been doing that for several years down in San Antonio.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell him to borrow some of that stuff and bring it up next time he comes so we can play with it, professional grade VR stuff in the living room.
Just write it off.
Just borrow it. I don't need to own it. It's cool. And then who's left? Oh, Limited Edition Jason. That dude, he works a lot, but he is hardcore in the emulation community. So that's something I want to bring up in the future, another video where I show there's a group you can join. If you want to message me, you message me about it. But this guy sells a retro Pi, but it's been cultivate. What's it called? He's gotten rid of all the BS. So basically, there's not 50 copies of Mahjong. There's not.
Yes.
And he's categorized it all properly, and then he's got bezels put in, and then it's like anything from 1979 to 1999, and everything just works. So you don't have to mess with anything.
Like my experience when I was growing up, I had an NES emulator software that we downloaded and everything, and it had a bajillion games, and it was going to be a crapshoot if it was going to be a broken Mr. Circus, like Mr. Circus, and it doesn't even work, or Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So you're saying essentially it broke it down.
He's gotten rid of all the BS, and then everything works. Curated. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. So it's a curated piece of art and categorized properly, and then all your controllers you hook up instantly work. It's great. The only thing I did to, some of the games were running a little slow on Nintendo 64 and PlayStation. So what I did was I upgraded the hard drive to a solid state, made a huge difference. So we'll talk about more of that later. I just, Limited Edition Jason introduced me to this person who sells these things, and it's the best one I've seen out there.
Well, like I said, if we can set it up, I wouldn't mind. If we want to do it easy, we can just set the emulation, just record the audio and your gameplay.
Well, maybe that'll be in the future. Like I said, we're just still trying to figure out how we want to tackle, obviously, Mickey being in Tennessee like a dick. But life happens, and we've got the internet and good streaming, so whatever. Next time we film, I'll be in the game room, which has been updated. So I moved, and now I've got an office set up, which is amazeballs. Also have one-up arcades now, so I've got several of those, Killer Instinct, NBA Jam. My son, Riker, has got Ninja Turtles in his room, and then I've got, MK2 and then a Street Fighter cocktail cabinet. So I have one too many of those things. I want Marvel's Capcom 2, but it sells out. I just haven't made the effort. But they're fun.
Didn't you have an emulator set up with it though?
I haven't modded any of those. But One of the main reasons I got into that um, community with Jason also was because I got tired of, hey, I want to show you Batman on the NES, and I have to find the console, pull out the controls, hook it up. Oh, I want to play this on the N64, and I was like, you know what, I got to have one dedicated hub. Just to,
And having save state files makes the games a lot easier.
Save states and I have a love-hate relationship with them. So there's some games I probably never would have beaten without save states. Zelda 2 is one of those games that was on the Switch, and the save state made it. I wasn't as hardcore in that game, if that makes any sense. So I actually beat that game for the first time because of save states. But in some cases, being able to rewind and fast forward ruins some of the. I don't know. It ruins something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
Unless it's something like I said, Zelda 2, which I've never beaten, then I respectfully use the save state. But some of those challenges is kind of what made those fun. But that's just my opinion.
No, and that's, hey, some people like playing the games that way. I have stopped trying to play games really competitively in the sense of I love video games, but man, I just want to chill and let it take me to another place and just do it the easy mode. And sometimes I'll take on challenging stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, man, slap on that easy mode. Let me fly through this.
Just enjoy the experience.
Yeah, let me just have fun beating people up in this imaginary world, or let me flip on my shield 20 times and have 1,000,000 diamonds.
I don't know. So I played a great example, Skyrim. Love Skyrim. Played the crap out of it. Once I beat it. So I went through, I beat it, had a great time. As soon as all the cheats came out, like I'll start playing it and I'm bored. I'm just like,
yeah.
So that
Skyrim modded's pretty boring if you have like instant death beam.
Warp to each location just to put instant all the weapons. So I understand in some games where it makes sense, but some games it just ruins them for me. So that's why I try not to cheat as much as possible. But like I said, for games that are really grindy, I'm okay with stealing some money. But games that I steal all that money and I have, like you said, the ultimate death ray, and I just walk through the game, then it's just not worth it.
No. I will say this. Having in Tears of the Kingdom like infinite resources of whatever I want and being able to duplicate weapons and everything, I do have I have not like full on 5-shot lineable bows. I have best weapons that you can do. So it's like, yeah, no, at this point in the game, every enemy is so easy. Like, I'll go to the Silver Lionels, one of the hardest people in the game, or even the King, the 3-headed dragons.
Oh yeah.
I'll fight the King one, where it's like
all I can think of is Dodongos, but that's from the original Zelda. Can't think of what they're called.
I know King Ghidorah. I don't know. No, but I just take those out real fast. But it's still it's a fun game for me. It's like a little power trip,
Cheater.
What do you do?
I don't know. All right, Mickey. Well, I guess let's wrap this up. I mean, we do want to film some more. We're probably going to stream some games. I'd love to show you guys, some of the collection, the updates. Mickey, you're going to pull up some questions from what people were asking us real quick.
Yeah, let me.
I know the catch-up question was in there.
Let's see. I'm just going to stop at the bottom.
For those of you who don't keep up with Mike Dodd, he's still alive. He was working up there for like a newspaper or something in Canada. But he still does the Prototype podcast we started.
Whatever we do, we gotta make sure that Classy Man is back and Jordan Doom.
Oh man, Jordan, Jeff Sexiness, and
the internet fell in love with her breast.
Yeah, she kind of disappeared. I think she got married, had a couple of kids, and I haven't heard from that that group. Shane, I don't remember. You remember Shane? He was a he was an interesting
Yes.
guy.
Yeah, he
Uh,
got like some job filming, doing something, but then I don't know, he disappeared too.
yeah, those guys unfortunately lost contact. So Jordan Doom is lost to the archives. So we're not going to see her anytime soon.
I will say right now, I don't think, based off a lot of comments, we're not going to talk about Screw Attack. I'm just going to say that. There's something
I
to
don't
talk.
know anything. I mean, we can
I
breeze
mean,
over it.
there's really nothing to talk about. Like,
I mean, we can
it's
rehash things that happened in 2008.
hey, let's stir up like non-existent drama at the moment to from what 12 years ago. Oh, wait, more than 12 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
Um,
that'll be a
um,
future topic, but right now,
we'll do it for the 20-year reunion
is that
at
what we'll
20
do?
years.
We'll
When it's been 20 years, we'll really just we'll make it a big deal. We'll
blow
make a
out.
big deal.
Okay. Well, you'd be shocked. I don't know if I told you this, but I thought we lost so many things because YouTube bought out. Who are we using? Vimeo? Not Vimeo. Was it Vimeo?
Uh, no. It was Blip,
Yeah, Blip. Yeah.
Blip.tv.
So we were using Blip, and they shut it down, and I just didn't have an opportunity to transfer everything over. So I got lucky and pulled up the hard drive. That's why I've been posting a few things on YouTube because I was going through some old stuff, and I was like, oh man, I have everything. So I had a backup for my Mac, and I didn't realize I still had it. So that I went in there, and it was all there. So there's
I
more.
At some point I will dig through my boxes and see if I can find my hard drive because I might have some backup
Well,
videos too.
I also found ScrewTech stuff that was unreleased, and then I also found
Well,
conversations
you
that were unreleased. I have so many different things. It's
I'm just
crazy.
saying you could release Screw Tack stuff as that because there is no Screw Tack anymore.
I
So
guess maybe in the future.
I
That
mean,
that's a
it's an homage. You're just like, hey, guess what? Look at this found footage.
yeah. We're more about just having fun, talking about video games, and playing.
Well,
Obviously.
well,
Oh, we were talking
well
about that 2 seconds ago.
we'll
Uh,
we'll wait till we can monetize, and then we'll. No, I'm just kidding.
nah, I don't know, but
No,
we were
I
talking
just
about
I'm
yeah.
talking about video games, just chilling, hanging out. Like that's what I'm down for. Something easy, something fun. We're taking baby steps right now.
Baby steps is the key. So bear with us. Like I said, right now, when we left, I sold all the equipment. I just I was opening two more restaurants at the time and moving, so I just didn't know what was going to happen. And if we picked it back up again, obviously equipment's going to change over time. So I would want something better. So as you can see, I'm using my AirPods, and Mickey still has his fancy mic. But
Yeah, I have my mic from when I actually got into it, but I mean, I have no idea if this is considered good quality anymore.
you sound sexy, man. It's all good.
Ooh, you touch
Yeah.
my tra la la.
Now you're just showing your age, by the way.
My ding ding dong. Hold on, wait.
Very classy.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
well, let us know what you guys think. Like I said, we already got some feedback, which is great. We'll start streaming some games. I've got a pass-through device coming, so I'm going to hook up that Raspberry Pi, and then I can show you some of that stuff, and then we can just have fun, have a beer, play some games, and then if we want to go hardcore and people like what we do, we will.
Yeah. Let us know. Do you prefer them with face cam? Do you prefer with just audio? Do you prefer just chatting? Do you prefer talking about the game, talking about whatever?
I'm going to say they're going to try everything and see what works is
Oh
probably
my
the
god.
answer.
Whatever. Oh, okay, cool. I'm
I
gonna
like
set up my
video.
camera.
Audio podcast is
I'm
fine.
I'm gonna set up my camera and I'm gonna film my TV screen, and we're gonna do it like the old way. And
You
I
know,
will.
actually, I
I'll
might.
I'll
Yeah,
do that for my Switch.
I might have a favor to ask. Graphic design. I mean, I can go to Canva and make some garbage up, but if we have anybody who's into that and wants to volunteer to make us some transitions, or I don't have those programs anymore. They don't work on the new iMac that I have. So
Yeah.
if anybody would like to work with us for a couple of things, that'd be awesome. If not, then we'll use the old transitions for now and just have fun with it. And then, like I said, the more we ramp up, we'll start investing more resources
We're
to, you know,
I think the way we're kind of approaching this is the best way. It's how we even really kind of approach the Game Heroes initially. We're just chilling, hanging out, having a good time,
we love doing
talking
it. So
about video games.
that's I
Yeah,
mean, we're going to be talking and chatting about video games anyway. Might as well, build a group around us to have fun and do the same thing.
yeah, because our opinions are more important than some people's. And it's nothing bad. We're just right, and that's it.
Is that what it is?
I guess.
Even though,
No.
I just said I don't like cheating and you like cheating, so we're both right?
Yeah, I'm just right on my perspective of things.
All right,
I don't know, multiverse theory.
cool. Well, thanks for joining us for this just quick catch up. We're going to try to do more as time permits and as our skills permit and what people want to see.
Yeah, thanks for hanging and watching. I love you guys. And 8-Bit Mickey. That's the catchphrase everyone likes.
I'm going to cut right to you slapping your butt.
Because I put the ass in class.